In today's video, we're going to talk about body composition basics, particularly for those of us who are getting a little bit older, and more importantly, why it's important for us to understand the difference between our muscle mass, our fat mass, and also our body water percentage. Let's just jump into the post. I'm going to read, follow along. This big rock and why it's important to understand the difference between muscle mass, fat mass, and body water percentage is intended for us to educate one another on the fundamental components of what body composition is all about. It emphasizes the significance of knowing the distinctions between your muscle, what that is and what that weighs, what is fat, where is it also stored, and also that body percentage and how they all have an impact on your physical preparedness. Now, what are three benefits of knowing this information? Well, first of all, it's an enhanced awareness. Understanding your composition empowers you to make more informed decisions about your fitness and your performance journey. It's not just about the look you see and feeling good and looking good naked. By knowing the proportions of your muscle mass versus your fat mass and your body water percentage, you can then go about the process of tailoring your nutrition and your training plans more effectively and to help you hit your goals rather than just following some cookie cutter that you found on YouTube. Goal setting precision is number 2. With a clear understanding of body composition, you can set realistic and personalized goals. Whether the aim is to build muscle, whether it is to lose fat, not the weight or the number on the scale, it's got to be realistic, and therefore it also might just be that you need to optimize your hydration, particularly if you are someone who is in the sporting endeavors and is constantly suffering cramps. Now, this simply lets you set down proper targets, right? So highlight as you get you more precise. Thirdly, tracking. Monitoring changes in your body comp provides you with tangible feedback on how effective your fitness or your training or your nutrition strategy currently is. By regularly assessing it, you can do a DEXA, an in-body scan or something similar, but as long as it's consistent in the methodology that you'll use, you can then track your process accurately and therefore adjust your approach as you go. Case in point, I might say I want to lose X percent body fat, then is it realistically for me to drop 10% in 6 months? Hell no. Not if I want to maintain my muscle mass. If I want to lose 10% of my body weight, different story. Body fat, maintaining muscle mass, completely different story than just losing the number on the scale. Now, what are the impact that this has on what I simply call the other big rocks that we have in the stuff that we do in our program and working with people? It's a motivational boost. Pretty simple. Understanding your body comp can motivate you to stay committed to your fitness regime, whether you see positive changes in muscle mass, reductions in fat mass simultaneously, and therefore your consistent efforts will help you inspire to keep taking action towards becoming more physically prepared. It's a personalized approach. Armed with the knowledge about your body comp, you can therefore personalize your training nutrition plan to align with your specific goals and your specific needs. Now, this is one of the big things in the pillar that we talk about focusing areas, big rocks, biggest bang for the buck. What do we want to do? Case in point, if I'm struggling to lose body fat, all right, because I'm already tanked in my metabolism, I'm already eating next to nothing, then by simply going through what we simply call a reverse diet and starting to rebuild that metabolism, potentially therefore eating more in terms of calories, but focusing on getting stronger and building muscle, you'd be better to do that than waste your time pissing away that little 1 or 2 pitch percent. But by getting the metabolism stoked up, getting the mass on, getting the muscle on, oh, by the way, muscle is metabolically more active and it needs to be fed, you'll find your metabolism kicks off, and then slowly but surely you'll find that that body fat will come off, but not at the expense of the stuff that you've just done the hard work for. And also to sustainable results. By prioritizing and understanding body comp, you're more likely to achieve your results in that fitness journey instead of chasing some arbitrary goal such as the weight or the look or, God forbid, girls just getting a butt shelf, right? Body composition and long-term health is what we're after, as well as performance. Now, what are the 3 things that we can probably do? Let's call these call to actions. Number 1, go and get a body comp assessment. Go and undergo a professional body composition analysis and obtain a baseline of your muscle mass, your fat mass, and your body water percentage. It is understood then where you are starting at. Don't guess, assess is what they say. Educate yourself. Go and read resources, articles, videos, go to a workshop, delve into the importance of body comp and how to interpret the results in the assessments. Now seriously, there's enough wannabe Dr. Wankers on social media, they're going to tell you that they know. They don't know. They've not been through it themselves before. Find someone who actually has experience in this field. Go get the assessment done. If you don't understand the results, get someone who does know what this means and articulate it to you. It could be as simple as, where are you holding it all? And no, this is not a discussion that then becomes, I'm going to spot reduce, because that's also bullshit too. You don't have an opportunity in that decision-making process, your body does, about where it will come from first. And finally, part of the call to actions are track your progress. Track your body comp over time. Scales, measurements, calipers, they're $5 on Amazon. Go and get yourself a pair. Doesn't take too much. You can do the 3-point or the 5-point method, or you can have someone do it for you and get an idea. It's not just the number that is on the scale that is important. Granted, you would think that's all it is, because that's all you see even on mainstream media. It's not that. Do all those things, look at the adjustments, follow along, track, report. No different than you saving up for a house. You're saving up for a house, you look at your spending, you look at your budget, you put money away, you track it, you see that the money that is going into the account is going up and up and up and up, so that you know by date X you'll have your deposit. Working with your body is no bloody well different. There are 3 things and why it is important for you and I to understand what body comp is all about.